Hi, this is Carrie Mubarak at wooingnature.life, and this is your July reading. I am going to be reading today for those born under the Earth Renewal Moon. The Earth Renewal Moon is from December 22nd to January 19th, so that would make you a Capricorn. So Capricorns born under the Earth Renewal Moon. I am going to do today a medicine wheel reading, so I'll be pulling an animal card to represent who you are and yourself and how you're operating. And then I will also be doing the rest of the reading, the north, south, east, west directionality. I will be reading from the Mystical Shaman. And for your tarot read, I'm going to be taking that from the World Spirit Tarot. And then we'll close the deal with Sacred Rebels. I'll just pull one Sacred Rebels card for you for the month. So let's go ahead and get started. While I was talking, I was shuffling and the Hawk Spirit came out. So the Hawk is a very powerful visionary totem. So it is really for visionary leaders, people who have the foresight. And Capricorn, it looks like you're operating with a lot of foresight. Now, on the card, it says, let your spirit be the guide. And you are letting your spirit be the guide in the month of July. Just so you'll know about Hawk energy, Hawk people are usually people who travel alone or in small groups, but usually they are solitary animals. You don't see, like with crows, you see a number of crows together, or certain birds or animals in the bird species will travel together or in pairs, but the hawk usually operates alone. The hawk has very keen vision. It can see from very far away, little, small, tiny things. So you'll want to focus on the little things, the details, being able to see the details with clarity and also know what it is that you're going after. If you've ever seen a hawk catch its prey, it hones right in, it gets it, and it's gone before you can even see it. So that spirit or that energy or those behaviors are what you want to adopt in the month of July. Or if you already are operating with those energies and you're already in those behaviors, or you're already in that mode of envisioning and seeing and getting what it is that you want out of life, then you'll want to acknowledge that and honor that within you throughout the month. So, Hawk Spirit, very good. All right, so I'll be pulling from the Mystical Shaman for the South. The South is the place of lessons and growth and trust, where you're learning to trust and where you're growing. And then I'll pull another card for the West. The West is where you go to recuperate, it's where you sleep, it's where you dream, and it's also where you can, I'm going to say, settle out some old scores. We call the West the looks within place. So it's a place where you're looking in order to receive or in order to actualize any kind of growth or development or ascension, but it's like going back to go forward. And then I'll pull a card for the North, and that is about your spiritual connections, anything that you may have been completing, or any wisdom that you're working with today. And then in the East, it's about what's next, the new beginnings, new thought process, what's inspiring you, what's making you feel like you're ready to just take on the world. All right, so I've got my 4 cards here, and I'll start in the South, which is where we start. We start with the Smoky Mirror. The Smoky Mirror is where you are learning things and where growth is happening. It's also where you're learning to trust a little more. So if things seem cloudy to you, call on your hawk spirit for this as you are learning and growing. If people are approaching you and or situations are approaching you and you're not quite clear about it, that's what the smoky mirror is all about. It's also about the obsidian mirror, and the smoky mirror is associated with obsidian, being able to see spiritually, being able um, uh, to use this vision in a spiritual sense. So, however that resonates with you, if it resonates with you as some lack of clarity, or if it resonates with you in terms of, your spiritual growth, the main thing is to use your spiritual eye to see past what you can't see, or what may be not clear, or what may be confusing you. And then you see this Buddha image in the background with the gold halo around their head, or around the Buddha's head. And the image to me is like, you may be kind of part in and part out. You're starting to see and starting to have clarity on one level, but there's still some things that are still being sorted out. And you are looking at those things, examining them, and then coming to grips with it, or also coming to a place of peace about it. So don't be afraid to see. And that is the lesson, and that is how you're going to grow and learn how to trust yourself, and also trust your spirit. Because with the hawk energy of vision here, it is about trusting your spirit, and that's what it says here. Let your spirit be the guide. All right, in the West, we have the arrow. This again is the looks within place. It's the place where we go in to examine ourselves, to look into the past, and to reconcile, if you will. And that can happen through your dreams. It can also happen when you are in a resting place, but also when your mind is still and you are calm and you're at peace, and you can really see, and not with sort of those foggy lenses that we were talking about here with the smoky mirror. So we have the arrow here, and the arrow is always about truth. It's about shooting it straight. It's about going right to the source. The arrow is straight, and it's pointed, and it's intended to hit a target. And so when you're talking about going in to yourself, you want to go in with intention. So if you're meditating, if you are contemplating your next move, if you are delving into your past any to resolve or to heal something, then you'll want to go straight to the issue. Face the situation. If it's a fear, you want to go straight to the fear and ask questions. And you can do that through meditation. If it's something that you, someone or something that you maybe feel, if it's something you feel fearful about, or maybe it's somebody that you are fearful about approaching, you can do it through meditation, where you envision yourself approaching that person in a place of calm and in a place of truth. And I do want to emphasize, with the arrow, we are talking about going to places of truth and shooting straight, or going straight toward that. I'm also seeing here your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra. So Capricorns, I want you to go to the heart space. Your heart should be light, like the feather. So if your heart is heavy, I want you to work on your heart chakra, or your heart space, or your giving space. Are you giving too much? Are you not giving enough? What may be burdening your heart, or what may be making your heart more laden? That's what you want to deal with. And then what happens when you get in touch with that is that your solar plexus, or your will center, is now able to stretch and move and do and go and lead and inspire and fortify and all of that kind of stuff. But before you get there, you're going to have to go in and deal with some of that other stuff. Shoot straight, go straight to yourself for your answers, and don't be afraid to do that. And again, work on the heart space, and then the solar plexus will respond. Okay, because there's a block somewhere in the heart, Capricorn, that's not allowing you to express your free will, or express your will more readily and more or without judgment of yourself. Okay. All right, moving on to the north, where your spiritual connection, where there's a sense of things that you have completed, or wisdom that you have learned. Again, you are still growing here, so there are things that you've already picked up and learned, Capricorn. So we got the tree of life here in this position. The tree of life is a powerful symbol. It's a powerful symbol because what it does is it bridges that which is beneath or under, and then that which is over. If you think about a tree at the ground level, that's ground level. Okay, that's the ground. That's your grounding. That's the starting point. So the tree grows above the ground, and then the roots grow below. So there are two things that are being fed. That which is underneath is being fed, is being nourished, and then that then nourishes the outside. So we think about the internal growth, and then we talk about how that then reflects on the outside. I'm getting this, and this is in the north. Right across from it, of course, is the Smoky Mirror in the south. And so I'm seeing here that these lessons that you are learning from the lack of clarity, or for not being clear, or the things that you're still sorting out, even those things that you are delving into your past, are fueling what is going to be seen next in your life. So continue to nurture this part of yourself. Continue to